Okay, now you can go.
Okay, I would say learning or learn.
Learn. That's your word for the summer. Okay.
Yeah.
Cambry.
Fantastic.
Ooh, that's a good one. Victoria.
Independent.
Independent. College girl. I don't know. No, yeah. Okay, Cody.
I'd say adventurous.
Adventurous. Okay, Cheney.
Hot.
Hot. Okay, and write down your word too. Write down your word. We're going to use this later. Okay, Tessa.
Fun.
Fun. Lillian.
Simple.
That's a good word. Madison.
Special.
Say that again.
Special.
Special. Okay. Avery.
Fast.
Fast. Casey.
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay. For those of you who just logged on, you're choosing one word that explains your summer so far. Corey.
Amazing.
Okay. Braylon.
Interesting.
Okay. We've got Nate.
Teachable.
Say that again.
Teachable.
Teachable. Okay. Caitlin.
Fun.
That one's already been used. You gotta pick a different word.
Okay. Enjoyable.
Enjoyable. Okay. We have Charlie.
Experimental is her word. She's coming.
Okay. Is Cody with you, Caitlin?
He'll be here in a minute.
Okay. I just didn't want to skip him. Okay. So did everybody write their word down? Everybody remembers their word? Okay. We're good for that. Awesome. Well, it sounds like all of you guys are having a good summer, which is good. Learning some stuff, having some fun, making some memories. That's what it's all about, right? Right. Okay. Perfect. So we're going to start with just a few questions. It's a fire round. If you know the answer, unmute yourself and say it. Okay. So first question, you guys ready? Faster the better. All right. The first question, where was RodeoKids.com first thought of? Anybody know?
Las Vegas. Right?
Got it. Good job. Yep. Las Vegas. What is our mission at RodeoKids.com?
To teach people about rodeo and what we all are about.
Okay. Perfect. That works. What's our motto for competition?
Win or learn, never lose.
Win or learn, we never lose. Good. How many years has Rodeo Kids been around?
3.
Got it. 3. Yep, you guys are right. We're still pretty new. How many ambassadors were selected this year?
50.
50. You got it. Good job. And now, can anyone join RodeoKids.com?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, they can.
Yes.
Who was our last podcast guest? Does anybody know?
Wasn't it our podcast?
Nope. There's been one since then. Anybody listen to it? It was Michael Frost with Frostview Productions. This is very interesting. It was all about, like, he has the big screens at all the rodeos and stuff. Pretty neat stuff. Okay, where is Rodeo Kids, the headquarters, located? Cody, you can't answer.
Iowa.
Iowa, you got it. Cody, you just can't answer because you know exactly where I live. What is the age range for ambassadors?
Isn't it like 18 the oldest you can be?
Nope.
19.
8,
Nope.
20 to
21.
25.
What did you say, Victoria?
Isn't it 8 to 25?
Close. Somebody else said something.
To 8 to 21.
To 21. You got it. Yep. But we're kind of loose on that. Do you have to rodeo to be a Rodeo Kids ambassador?
No.
No.
No, you can just
No.
love it. How many events do you have to attend to be a Rodeo Kids ambassador?
40.
No,
A minimum of 15.
no.
20.
25.
You got it. 20. Good job, guys. Yeah, as long as there's somebody who's involved in it and who wants to learn more about it, and maybe they can't own a horse, maybe they don't want to own a horse, but they like the rest of it. That stuff works too. Okay, so we've got all those questions answered. All right, good job, guys. Now I'm going to break you guys up into rooms. We'll do this first. So we just did a mental game clinic online that was virtual. That was awesome with Andy Wolf. It was super cool. We were literally like, I was right where I am right now. And before, like in the first 15, 20 minutes, I was standing on a table trying to touch the ceiling. Like, we did all kinds of fun stuff. We had broomsticks involved. We had different homework assignments that really made us think, and we created new routines. And the things that I learned myself during that clinic, I've been getting to implement, and it's pretty awesome. It's really helped me in the practice pen already. So we are going to, there's two ways if you're interested in doing that. Taking your mental game to the next level, because our mental game is so important. You can either watch the replay and do the homework. That stuff is all on the Rodeo Kids website, so you can kind of do it at your own pace if you want. Or on Thanksgiving weekend, we're going to do it on a holiday weekend so that hopefully you guys have more of an opportunity to come and not interrupt a bunch of other sports and stuff like that. But we'll have the level 1 will be on Friday of Thanksgiving break, and then level 2 will be on Saturday. So if you're like, man, I really want to do it, but I'd like to do level 2 as well, but I don't want to give up 2 days during Thanksgiving break, you can watch level 1 and go through all of that, but you have to complete level 1 before you can go into level 2, just because it builds. And like I said, it was fun. It was very exciting. We were very involved and very thought-provoking, and we learned a lot. So that was really cool. I do want to remind you guys that now RodeoKids.com is open for anybody to join. The reason that I did that is because I love the process that you guys go through in filling out your applications. I love that it sets you guys apart. But it's really hard for me to choose people. For one, I'm just one person that does all of this. And two, I had to ask myself when, Madison was there, Madison and Mackie, they both came and helped me in the booth. And when you're there and people are asking you, well, how can I join? How can I join? How can I join? And you're like, sorry, you can't. It kind of made me sit back and ask, am I really following my mission, our mission in teaching and educating others if we're not going to allow others to really be involved aside from watching the videos? And I thought about that. I thought, no, we want to have as many kids who love rodeo, who want to learn, who want to grow, involved in it. And we want you guys to be able to have that friend from school, that one other person to have this in common with, or if there's people from all over the country. So that's why we changed it. There are 3 different levels. This kind of stuff that we're doing tonight is just for ambassadors. The Zoom calls with guests, which we will get to doing again. I just took a break in the month of July because everybody is so busy, including our guests, that I thought it would be better to wait. So we will make up for July. But those are going to be exclusive to the next level members, and then the Rodeo Kids ambassador level members. And then if anybody else wants to join, they will have to pay separately, so that we can start compensating our guests, because I think they bring a lot to the table and they teach us a lot, and they deserve to be reimbursed for their knowledge. So with all that being said, tell your friends about it, invite them to be involved. If you have any suggestions or if you have problems with the website, please let me know. I completely reconstructed the website on a new platform. And so if you can just keep me posted on things that do or don't work, if you can update your profiles. I know you guys have TikTok profiles and Snapchat profiles and all these different profiles. But we want, when kids go to RodeoKids.com and they're like, I want to get involved, who else is involved in this? I want them to see like, oh, there's these awesome kids who have these cool stories that are involved in it, and I want to be a part of that. Okay. So if you can go and update those that would be awesome. Okay. Does anybody have any questions or anything exciting that they want to share? Anything cool that's happened this summer that you're like, I just want to tell you guys about it because it's cool.
I got braces, but they don't feel good.
Who else has had braces?
Me.
I had them twice. Yes. Anybody else have anything they want to share? Anybody? Anything?
I'm living in an apartment on my own.
Woo, good for you. You just made a big trip from California to Colorado, right? She froze. From California to Colorado, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. When do you start college?
We start on the 22nd.
Okay, good. Good. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else learned anything that they think it'd be cool to share? Something you wish you would have known before? Cody, you learned a lot lately. Yeah, you're the only Cody here. Oh, you're the second Cody here. Sorry, Cody Holcomb.
Yeah, I guess I've learned a lot.
Can you share with them what you've been experiencing with your horses?
My horses were exposed to a sickness called strangles.
Mhm.
So I've been out for about like 45 days.
Do you guys know what
Yeah.
strangles is?
Yeah, so technically it's like a pus pocket under their chin or their neck, and it can either strangle them to death if it doesn't pop, but if it does, they instantly like get better and they start eating.
Mhm.
It's just one of those things where you can be really unlucky or you can be really lucky, and my horse had it within like 3 days. He was draining for like day 1 and 2, and then on day 3 he was just better and felt great.
Yeah. They had another horse though. I saw pictures and it was like so disgusting. And
Yeah, my mom's colt, he's bad. He's still draining at the chin.
but at least he's finally draining again. He had like a big old hole in the bottom of his chin. Like it's pretty gross. If you're into Dr. Pimple Popper, it's right up your alley, but otherwise it's pretty nasty. Okay, so Cody Barton, you came to the meeting a little later, so you get to say one word that explains your summer so far.
All right. One word to explain my summer. Exciting. We've
Exciting.
been doing a lot of rodeo in this summer, and we've been bing bang boom on to the next one. It's been a lot of fun.
Cool. All right. So now we're just going to take a few minutes. I'm going to split you guys up into Zoom rooms or into breakout rooms. And I just want you guys to go around and talk about your summers, like something that you've learned, something like why you chose the word that you chose, because you all chose a different word. So just talk about that. We're just going to do it for like 4 or 5 minutes, maybe only 3, but we'll do that. And then we'll come back and then we'll start tonight's activity. Ease. There's multiple of them. All right, you're off. Victoria, I need you to go to this room.
Sorry, I kicked out by my Wi-Fi.
That's okay. It looks like you should still. Let's do it that
Oh,
way.
there it is.
Did you get it? She go. You guys are silent. Are you done already? Who's gonna start?
I'll start.
Go for it, Corey. I like it. Corey's new to the ambassador team. She just joined a couple weeks ago. So we can welcome Corey.
I picked amazing because I've got to go a lot more places this year, and I'm actually getting to go farther into what I've wanted to with barrel racing. And I thought amazing was just a good word to use because it's been a lot more better.
Grace's
Been
a
a lot
first generation cowgirl too. Her family's big into cattle and stuff like that. And so she has gotten some horses and she's getting her feet wet, really competing this summer. All right, who's next?
I'll go next. I chose hot because it's been really hot and dry.
Yeah. All right, who's next? There's only a few of you left. Nate, you're up.
All right. I picked teachable because I learned a whole lot. I went up to the high school finals. I didn't do too good. I broke my arm. It just made me learn and realize that you just got to do things no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Good. All right. Go ahead, Bartons.
I picked enjoyable because I got a new barrel racing teacher and because my horse needed it. So I've been enjoying learning with her and she's kind of starting on barrel racing.
How's it going, guys?
Great.
Everybody done?
No, some people haven't gone.
Okay, keep going. Be snappy. We got a lot to do tonight. Who's next? If you haven't gone, unmute yourself and go for it. Who hasn't gone?
I think the last person to go is Kristen with Casey.
Oh, Casey. Perfect. You got 2 more minutes. Casey, we can't hear you or see you. We got nothing. Who else hasn't gone yet? Is that everybody? Oh, okay, perfect. All right. Casey, hopefully we can hear you soon. We're gonna go ahead and close this.
I have bad service right here. Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, but we are going back to the main room. All right, did everybody get to say, talk, share? Everybody good? All right, awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna go into tonight's activity, and I think we have a couple of them. The first one is going to be who likes to listen to music? Yeah, who likes to get pumped up before they go in and compete? Okay, awesome. So I'm going to split you guys up into 2 groups again. They're going to be random groups. Somebody nominate yourself as the team captain, have your piece of paper and number it from 1 to 10. Come up with 10 clean, no curse words, no sex, no drugs, no alcohol, you know, the clean stuff. And write down those songs. Got it? So we're going to come up with, how many of you guys already have a song that's coming to your mind that you like to listen to? Anybody like, yeah, this is my go-to song?
I got one.
Okay, let's do 15 songs. All right, you guys are off.
I guess you can be the team captain.
Who's the captain?
Me.
Madison.
Perfect. All right, what's song number 1? Got one. Every single one of you, when I asked if anybody had a song, you're like, oh yeah. And now you're like,
I have a song.
All right, perfect.
Okay. The song that came to my head was Till You Can't by Cody Johnson.
Good. Anyone else? Come on, Mackie.
What's
Live
like,
like you're dying.
Good.
what did she say?
Live Like You Were Dying by Tim McGraw. Or Live Like You're Dying. You can use Google. You can even use TikTok.
My song that came to head was Me and My Kind by Cody Johnson.
Never mind, Victoria. That one. No.
Here's the
You
team.
want worse? Me.
Cool. What have you come up with so far?
We got Don't Thank Jesus by Morgan Wallen so far.
Okay. Don't what?
Don't Think Jesus,
Don't think.
right?
I don't know. I've never heard of it. That's all you guys got for pump up songs? It's the clean part that's getting you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, use Google if you need to. Use your TikTok accounts. Use whatever you need to do. Find some songs. You've got 2 more minutes to come up with at least 10 songs. Think fast.
We got this tailback for my horse, and it's AC/DC, and we always say
Finding some?
Yes, we have 6 so far.
Perfect. Get you 4 more. You got 2 more minutes.
Okay. Think.
Every single one of you probably has a smartphone or a computer or Google or TikTok.
Okay, so I guess here's another one. Something in the Orange by Zach Bryan.
I got one. This Is My Fight song, I think it's called.
That's a good one.
What did you say? This is my what?
I think it's called This Is My Fight song, I think.
What about Small Town Throwdown?
Okay, yeah, that one's good. How many do we have?
9.
9. Okay, we'll do one more.
This meeting is being recorded.
How was that? Was it easy? No. We got some more that are still coming in.
We only got 12 or 11.
11. How many did the other group get? You guys were all in the same group. I don't know why it's taking them so long to come back in. Does it prompt you guys when I close the rooms if you want to leave? Or does it just automatically? Okay. That's why. They weren't done yet, I bet. Welcome back, guys. How many did you guys get? How many, Tessa? Oh. Victoria, how many did you guys get?
I think we got 9.
Okay, good. All right. Tell us your songs. Go ahead. Victoria, you can go first.
We have Don't Thank Jesus Thunderstruck, Wanted Dead or Alive, Must Be the Whiskey, By Dirt, Mine by Zach Bryan, Lauren Daigle, Bacalina, and Fishing in the Dark.
Okay. Fishing in the Dark's a pump up song.
To me, it is at least.
Okay. Hey, whatever works for you. That's perfectly fine. All right, Cheney, what'd your team have? You're muted. Victoria, can you please type that in the chat?
It was Madison that wrote it down.
Oh, sorry, Madison.
Till You Can't, Live Like You Were Dying, Me and My Kind, Welcome to the Show, Maybe All, Living the Dream, Something in the Orange, This Is My Fight Song, Small Town Throwdown, Rollin', Long Live, and Must Be the Whiskey.
Okay, can you please type those in the chat? Did you guys realize that it was kind of hard to come up with songs? Did the songs that you wanted to say have bad language in them, or the message really wasn't that good? Have you guys ever paid attention to TikTok and the kind of songs they use on TikTok? Do you know how hard it is to repost your guys' videos and find clean songs? It's pretty hard, isn't it? So that's just one thing to keep in mind. We do have a RodeoKids.com playlist on Spotify that is rodeo, clean, encouraging type songs. You know, we've got Chris Ledoux to some like rock music, AC/DC, common pop music that pumps you up. So you can subscribe to that on Spotify. It's just the Rodeo Kids playlist. But I wanted to bring that to your guys' attention because we talked about this in the mental game clinic, just what we surround ourselves with even before we go compete. Even if we're like, man, this song's pumping me up, but it's actually sending us a bad message in the back of our head, that kind of stuff can interrupt us without us even realizing it. It can make us think negatively without even realizing, because our subconscious picks up on it. So just be careful of that kind of stuff. You can pick out, like when I do my workouts and stuff, I've gotten to where, because I don't want that stuff in my life, the more that I listen to it, even if it's got an upbeat, catchy song, if it makes me feel worse about myself, if it makes me judge other people, if it makes me think negatively in any way, shape, or form, I have chosen to eliminate that out of my life, and it has changed my life. And I also don't watch the news because of that. So just be conscious of that. Okay. So now we're going to do the next activity, and this is all going to be about just interesting stuff about rodeo. So I'm going to put you guys into 3 different groups. Okay. And you guys get to come up with 20 facts. Group 1 is going to be 20 facts about the history of rodeo. Okay. How it began, the first stages of it. Okay. 20 facts about that for group 1. If you get set into room 1, that's your topic. So somebody be writing these down. Group 2 is the history of just the events, like go through every event in rodeo and find a little bit of history about where it started, why it started, what it is, stuff like that. Group number 3, people in rodeo, historical people who got it to where it was, what they did, what makes them interesting, or just a figure in rodeo. Okay, so our goal here is just to learn a little bit more about who we are and where we came from and how we got created in this life that we love so much. You guys got that? Any questions? You can use Google, you can use whatever you need to, use a book. All right, we're going to put you into 3 different breakout rooms. Pick a team captain, somebody who hasn't been a captain yet, and they get to do the writing.
Stacy McGee, she created goat tying.
Are you finding anyone, Charlie?
I think I found someone. Faye Blackstone, I think is how you say it.
What was the first name?
Faye, it's Faye. She started barrel racing. Or like invented it or whatever, created it.
And starts and
Sorry.
oh, you're good. And fits and it starts until it was annual by 1989. So they didn't like really start competing a bunch on it until 1989.
Okay. Who else? Is that everything? Any barrel racing?
I did barrel racing. Barrel racing started in 1931 in Stamford, Texas. Barrel racing became official sport recognized by the UPRA in 1949. And barrel racing did not start out off as the cloverleaf pattern until 1935. It was originally a figure eight.
1935 is when they adopted the cloverleaf pattern.
Yes.
Did you say 1949 before that?
It was recognized by,
Oh, by the UPRA.
yeah, in 1949.
Okay. So it started out as a figure eight. That's interesting. Did you guys know that? Me neither. All right. Is that your whole team? Is that everybody? All right. Who's next? Group 3.
I was the team captain for group 3. And we found out that Stacy McGee created goat tying. Faye Blackstone came up with barrel racing. Bill Pickett came up with bulldogging and bull riding. William F. Cody started rodeo. Martha Josie was actually the first one, or one of the first ones to give lessons and clinics. And then Oscar Brown came up with the idea of having horseshoes.
Oh, interesting. Do you know any other interesting facts about Bill Pickett?
I think he was in the Hall of Fame.
Okay. Does anybody else know anything interesting about Bill Pickett?
My school's arena is named after him.
Why is your school's arena named after him? Do you know?
I am not completely sure.
Did you guys know that Bill Pickett was a black cowboy?
I haven't researched it.
Yeah, he was. Not only was he the first one to do that stuff, but he was also a black cowboy, which is interesting to know that kind of stuff because we don't see very many of them in rodeo. You know, it's just not super common. Do you guys know why it's not super common? So this is different things that I have learned in conversations with families that are involved in it. And like we did a podcast with Jeff Rector. He is the only cowboy in the PRCA to hold a card as a pickup man who is African-American. So that was a really cool podcast. You guys can go back and listen to that. We also had a family last year that was on the Pony Pro and RodeoKids team that are from Arkansas, super nice people. But a lot of it is just that the culture is different. You know, it's not because they're not interested or because they're not talented, but because of how they came to America. Most of them grew up in slave families, and it's so then they went from there, and they're just white people because that's who established America, or who took over America. That's who owns all of the farmland and the cropland. And it's really hard for African-American families still to this day, especially if you ever get the opportunity to go to the Civil Rights Museum in Mississippi. It will open your eyes. And if you get the opportunity to have conversations with people who live in different parts of the world, or the country even, it opens your eyes a lot to the way America works and what they say on television and if it's true or not true. So last year I asked a lot of questions, and I'm kind of a nosy person, I guess you could say. I'm more curious than nosy, but so I learned that a lot of it is because as slavery ended, especially in the South, they went into sharecropping. But when you're in the South, there's still a lot of families who were who grew up in the slaves and as slaves. And even when slavery ended, they still work on the same farms that their grandparents and great grandparents were slaves on. And so because, you know, it's still an integration of everything, they don't have the family ties to land that's been around for generation to generation and passed on. And as they did get their freedom, which is awesome, they still haven't had the opportunity and the finances and stuff because of how they got started to live this kind of life. And so we're seeing more and more, and it's awesome. And the more diverse we get to be, the more awesome it is. But that is part of the reason, one, because of finances, two, because they didn't grow up on ranches. You know, they just didn't. It's not born and bred into them like it is more of us. So kind of interesting to learn that, isn't it? Yeah, cool stuff. All right. I thought that was interesting. Are you guys done? Was that everything on the people? Okay, perfect. And there are so many people that make this industry tick. And I think it's important for us to look back on the history. If we're going to be ambassadors for the sport, we need to understand how the sport started, why it is what it is. When people ask us, well, what's rodeo? Well, we can tell them what the events are. We can tell them what they're going to see on TV, but can we tell them why? Can we tell them how it started? Well, now we've got some more knowledge and some more tools to be able to work on that kind of stuff and to share that information with your peers, with your school, through school presentations and stuff like that. So tonight, I just wanted to do this Zoom for that kind of information because, like I said, I think it's cool. I think it's interesting. And I think the more we know about it, the more we can educate others about it. But if we don't know, well, it's hard to educate others, isn't it? Yeah. Awesome. All right. So that is our Zoom for tonight. It was just a history lesson on rodeo and what it is and where it came from and who makes it tick. So I encourage you guys again to make this a presentation of some sort and get it in front of your kids, in front of your peers, whether you're in college. Victoria's in college now. Some of you are in junior high, some of you are in high school. It's a really cool opportunity to share it with them because how many of you guys go to school with other kids that rodeo? How many of you have a lot of kids in your class that rodeo? Not very many. Well, you're in college, so you're on the rodeo team. That doesn't count. Okay, so a lot of us live, how many of us go to school where we're a very small minority of people who are involved in rodeo? Everybody here is probably a small minority. And so while we look at it and we can see that there are lots of great opportunities happening, I read a deal the other day. I was at the Iowa State Fair, the best fair in the whole wide world. I know Corey was there, Cody was there. If you ever get the chance, it's the best. Did you go, Charlie, to the fair? Good. Charlie was there, best fair in the whole wide world. But one of the facts is that 1.5% of the population feeds the rest of the world. Like farmers and people in agriculture feed like over 300, I don't remember what it was, 300 million people in America alone or something like that. And that number has doubled in the last 10 years, I think it said. So only 1.2% of people have direct ties to agriculture, I don't know if you've heard me talk about that before, but so what does agriculture encompass? What is agriculture?
Your food animals and your plants.
Pretty much, if you can eat it, excuse me, if you can eat it, if it goes towards something that you can eat, whether it's plants or animals, it's tied into agriculture. Fish, that's part of agriculture. And only 2% of the population has any kind of ties to that. So it's very, very small and it's getting smaller. And so we all have a cool responsibility as ambassadors for rodeo and the Western industry and agriculture to educate other people. Let them know what's going on. Let them know why we do it, why we love it, why they should get involved with it too, or at least why they should appreciate it. So, all righty, you guys, don't forget about those, the clinics that are coming up. Those are awesome. They're going to be super fun. Thanksgiving weekend. Your Zooms are now on, or you're not your Zooms, your monthly challenges are listed on the RodeoKids page. You can go through and fill those out on there. I'm going to have to make the 2022, the RodeoKids ambassadors page, a private page. Unfortunately, we are getting too much spam on there. So when it becomes private, makes it really hard for me to share your stuff without having to download it onto my phone and then transfer it over. And it's a big mess. So if you guys can upload those on the website, that'd be awesome. You can still post them on the page as well, but upload them there so that I can share them to TikTok and stuff like that. All right. That's all for tonight, guys. Great job.
So how do you do like the website to share it to the website?
Once you go under, you should be able to go under monthly challenges, and all of you are already selected as RodeoKids ambassadors. So those are open to your membership. So you just have to go in, fill out your profile, go under, let me see if I can just screen share it. We'll do it this way.
It's just on the RodeoKids page.
Yes. So if we're on RodeoKids.com, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Then you should be able to go under members and the challenges. I got to change that. Members, challenges, and then they're right there. So when you click join, I have to accept that you're joining it. But you can join that. Request to join, and then I'll accept it. And then there's just different steps in there. Like 2 of them are just questions. They're not hard. And then the other one's just upload your video. So that's it. Oh, how do I do this? Okay. I don't know how to end my screen share. So we will end this meeting, and yeah, good luck everybody. If I can help you with anything, let me know. You guys also do have 2 free coaching calls. So if there's anything that I can help you with that you just need somebody to talk to, you need drills, you need some mental strength stuff, you've got anything that you need support with, you've got 2 free coaching calls. So you can get those scheduled before the end of the year. All right. See you guys later. Good night.
Thank you, Miss